St. Cloud will move into Week 3 of conference play, heading to Kalamazoo for a date with the Western Michigan Broncos. Hello everyone, I'm Michaela Wrench, and welcome to your Men's Husky Hockey Weekend Preview sponsored by Edina Realty. Taking a look at last weekend's matchup against Nebraska-Omaha. In Game 1 on Friday, only 5 minutes into play, Vieti Mietin broke his 6-game scoring drought by netting the game's first goal. Shortly after, Mietin found the back of the net again off a pass from Kevin Fitzgerald, Huskies up 2-0 going into the second. And it was all Huskies after that, as St. Cloud tallied 3 more goals on the night, including career goals 60 and 61 from Easton Brodzinski, slotting him into the top 10 of most goals scored in program history. The Mavericks came to play in Game 2, keeping the score much closer on Saturday. Mr. Hockey Minnesota made an early appearance on the board for the Huskies. Jack Peart, with a wrist shot, tallied his first goal of the night. Moving into the second, the Mavericks' Nolan Krenzer was able to take advantage of an early power play, and he was able to tie it up. Heading into the third, Omaha's Ty Mueller was able to take advantage of a 2-on-1 opportunity and net the go-ahead goal. Nebraska up 2-1. Later in the period, with only 6 minutes left to play, it was Kevin Fitzgerald who tied the game with a shorthanded goal off a rebound from Micah Miller. We now move into overtime, where we watched the #1 goal scorer in the nation, Taylor Ward, put one past David Rennick as the Mavericks found the series split with the final score of 3-2. Coming out of the weekend split against the Mavericks, St. Cloud moves to #2 in the USCHL poll spot, sitting behind the returning #1 team, Michigan. Minnesota State sits at #3 spot with the same overall as the Huskies of 9-3. Minnesota Duluth resides at #4. However, the Huskies still hold the same spot in the NCHC standings this week at #2, still trailing behind rivals North Dakota by 3 points. The Huskies' opponent this weekend, Western Michigan, slots into the #6 spot in the standings behind Duluth, Denver, and Omaha. Taking a closer look at the series between Western Michigan and St. Cloud. The last time these two teams faced off was February of this year, where the Huskies fell short in a 5-4 overtime loss. The loss left the series record at 18-10-4 in favor of St. Cloud State. The Broncos currently sit with a 6-4 record, averaging 3.2 goals per game with a .896 save percentage. After their split against Nebraska-Omaha, St. Cloud currently sits with a 9-3 record, averaging 3.75 goals per game with a .943 save percentage. I'm joined with Mick Hatton from the Rink Live. Mick, it's another ranked opponent this weekend for the Huskies. What can we expect to see from Western Michigan this weekend?
Well, they're a team that's going home, and they're a very tough team at home again at Lawson Arena. They've got a very boisterous, I think is fair to say, student section. So it's going to be a big test for them. Western Michigan's coming off a tough road series where they got swept at Denver. They gave up 10 goals in the weekend, so they're going to be feisty, I think is fair to say, especially on Friday night.
Right. And last season, the Huskies lost to Western Michigan 4 times, which is more than any other team. What are some key takeaways for the Huskies going into this weekend?
You know, they're an experienced group. If you look at their top 6, top 9 guys, most of those guys are upperclassmen. So they have to play a very disciplined game, and they're also going to have to play really hard against these guys. I think getting out on top of them and trying to preserve a lead rather than trying to chase games is going to be big this weekend.
And the Huskies have had great success on their penalty kill this season. How can they continue their success going into this weekend?
One of the things that's been big on their penalty kills, they've actually gotten some offense out of it. They've gotten 5 shorthanded goals, which is an astounding number, only 12 games into the season. So they need to continue to do that. I mean, those guys need to continue to be aggressive and take advantage of when teams get a little bit passive when they're on the power play.
All right, thanks, Mick. Well, Husky fans, this weekend St. Cloud State will head to Michigan to take on the Broncos. You can catch all the live action on NCHC.TV. Puck drop for Game 1 and Game 2 is set at 6 p.m. For Mick Hatton, I'm Michaela Wrench, and this has been your Men's Husky Hockey Weekend Preview, sponsored by Edina Realty.